Hello, welcome to my channel. Today is Sunday morning and I'm going to make a lovely breakfast which is going to be methi herbs with some lovely eggs in it. Over here I have a tray of methi herbs which has a dozen of methi. I'm going to use 6 of this little bunch. So this is how we cut our methi. This is the part of the root. And because these bunches are small, you can cut it twice. You can't cut it thrice. Normally, if the stems are longer, you can cut it 3 times. That's one. And now that we are in spring, methi herbs grow very well in flower pots. Now I'm going to cut the rest of my bunch, which is another 3 more. And then I'm going to clean up. We get these roots. You'll see they're very like wood type. You have to be very particular over cleaning. I've got my 6 bunches that I cut, and this is what we'll usually find in the herbs, which is very stringy. Plus this methi herbs is pulled from the ground, so it's very sandy. You see all these little stuffs must be picked up. You can see how sandy it is. So it's going to take a little while for washing. There's a method to use when washing methi herbs. So I'm just going to show y'all. So now I'm going to show y'all how we usually wash up our methi herbs. So I had it in water to the herbs after picking, but usually you still find the stringy stuffs. I also got a second dish of water, but I'm going to continue to rinse with quite a few water. So this is how we do it. We gently pick up the herbs that surface, and in this way the sand settles to the bottom, so we don't get the sand and the herbs mixing up when picking the herbs up gently from one dish of water to another. You will see here how the sand settled to the bottom. And then I'm going to rinse this about 4 to 5 times in the same manner. Here's my methi that I washed out thoroughly. And the rest of the methi I will clean and wash out in the same manner and allow it to drain properly so I can be able to freeze. Methi herbs freezes very well. So here I've got 1 onions sliced, 2 small tomato cubed, 4 cloves of garlic, of which I'm going to slice, and 3 dry chilies, but you can use dry chilies accordingly to your taste, and a teaspoon of fine salt for tasting, but we will taste. And then I have 6 eggs, and I'm going to use a generous splash of olive oil to braise. Now I'm ready to braise my methi. I've got my stove on moderate heat and I'm using my non-stick frying pan. So I'm going to put in a splash of olive oil. To my oil, I'm going to add in my onions. And mix my onions and allow these onions to fry for a few seconds. My onions are just turning to get a little brown. So to the onions, I'm going to add in my dry chilies. And my garlic. I'll allow the garlic to fry a little. To my fried ingredients, I'm just going to add in my methi herbs. And then my salt. I'll give this a good mix, and thereafter I'll decrease my heat and allow this to cook. Five minutes has passed, but in the 5 minutes I was continuing to stir the herbs. When braising of methi herbs, we don't usually use the lid, so it doesn't be that very bitter. To this methi herbs, I'm going to add in my tomatoes. Give it a nice mix. Then allow these tomatoes to get soft. 15 minutes has passed and the tomatoes that is cooked. Now gradually I'm going to add in my eggs one at a time. This is almost the same method when making egg chutney. I will leave this for about 5 minutes before me busting the yolk. 3 minutes has passed and now I'm ready to break the yolks. And then I'm going to mix up. Now I'll give it a few minutes to cook out. Now my methi and eggs are done and I'm going to put my stove off. I'm ready to serve. Here you go, your lovely eggs with methi, which makes a very good breakfast time meal, served with some nice toast and some nice mayonnaise sauce, sweet and chili sauce. And this also can be served with a nice cup of tea. Perfect for Sunday morning breakfast. Thank you all for watching and enjoy.